Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Paintiver, where we explore the stories told by colors and canvases. Today, we're journeying back in time, deep into the heart of ancient caves and sacred temples, to uncover a truth that's been hiding in plain sight on our walls. What if I told you that the very first paintings weren't for decoration? They weren't art for art's sake. They were a bridge, a direct line between our world and the world beyond. Imagine this. You're huddled deep within the earth, the only light flickering from a torch. The air is thick with smoke and the scent of crushed minerals. All around you, the stone walls come alive with powerful images of bison, horses, and mammoths. You aren't just looking at a picture. You're participating in a ritual. For our earliest ancestors, these cave paintings were a form of prayer etched in stone. They were a way to communicate with the spirits of the hunt, to honor the life they were about to take, and to ensure the tribe's survival. Each stroke of charcoal or ochre was a sacred act, a plea for a successful hunt, a thank you for nature's bounty, and a guide for the spirits of the animals. This wasn't just art. It was a spiritual technology, a way to influence the world around them through symbolic power. The act of painting was a performance, a magical ceremony where the wall itself became a thin veil between the physical and the spiritual. In these ancient societies, there was a special figure who could walk between these worlds, the shaman. The shaman wasn't just a healer or a leader. They were the first artists. For them, painting was a tool for transcendence. By entering a trance-like state, they would journey into the spirit world and bring back visions, which they would then paint onto the cave walls. These weren't just depictions of animals. They were maps of the spiritual realm, portraits of the very forces that governed life and death. The wall was their canvas, but it was also a portal. Through their art, the shaman could connect with ancestral spirits, seek guidance from powerful animal deities, and channel divine energy into the community. The act of painting was a way to make the invisible visible, to give form to the formless, and to anchor spiritual power in the physical world. The art wasn't a representation of a ritual. The art asterisk was asterisk the ritual. This sacred tradition of painting walls didn't end in the caves. As civilizations rose, this spiritual practice evolved and spread across the globe, embedding itself into the grandest structures humanity has ever built. Look at ancient Egypt. The walls of their tombs and temples are covered in breathtakingly detailed frescoes. These weren't just historical records. They were a user's manual for the afterlife. The paintings guided the soul of the deceased through the treacherous journey of the underworld, depicting gods, goddesses, and magical spells intended to protect and empower them. The tomb was a vessel for eternity, and the painted walls were the magical engine that powered the soul's journey toward rebirth and immortality. Travel with me to ancient Greece. We often think of their temples as stark white marble, but they were originally bursting with vibrant color. The walls of temples dedicated to gods like Apollo or Athena were painted with epic scenes from mythology. These images weren't just stories. They were living embodiments of divine power. Worshippers would stand before these painted walls and feel the presence of the gods themselves, their myths and powers made tangible through art. The temple became a space where the human and the divine could meet, with the painted wall serving as the sacred meeting ground. And it's the same in India, where the walls of ancient temples are alive with a kaleidoscope of color and form. Mandalas and intricate depictions of deities like Shiva and Vishnu aren't just decorative. They are complex spiritual diagrams, visual tools for meditation, designed to help the devotee focus their mind and connect with the cosmic energies of the universe. Each painted form, each gesture, each color is a doorway to a deeper level of consciousness. The wall transforms from a simple architectural element into a spiritual instrument, a focus for devotion and enlightenment. From the Mayan temples of Central America to the Buddhist grottos along the Silk Road, cultures all over the world understood this profound truth. A painted wall could be a gateway to the divine. The power of these sacred walls wasn't just in the images, but in the very colors used to create them. Color was never just a matter of aesthetics. It was a language of the soul, a code for communicating with the gods. Each pigment held a deep, symbolic meaning. Think of the brilliant blue, often made from the rare and precious lapis lazuli. In Egypt, blue represented the heavens, the primordial waters of creation, and divinity itself. When you saw a figure painted in blue, you were looking at a being of immense cosmic power. Reed, derived from ochre, was the color of life, blood, energy, and vitality, but also of chaos and danger. It was used to depict both life-giving forces and protective rites. Then there's gold. Gold wasn't just a symbol of wealth. It was the color of the sun, of eternity, of the gods themselves. In Christian icons and Buddhist paintings, a golden background doesn't just represent a place. It represents a divine, timeless space, lifting the figure out of the ordinary world and into the realm of the sacred. White, the color of purity, spirit, and transcendence, was used in rituals and sacred garments across countless cultures. It symbolized a blank slate, a connection to the pure, unmanifested spirit. By carefully choosing and combining these colors, ancient artists weren't just painting a picture. They were weaving a tapestry of spiritual energy, creating a space that vibrated with meaning and power. They were practicing a form of alchemy, transforming simple minerals into conduits of the divine. So, where does that leave us today? You might think this ancient, spiritual connection to wall art has faded away, but look closer. That urge to paint a room a calming blue to create a sanctuary, or a vibrant yellow to bring in energy and happiness, where does that come from? It comes from this same ancient intuition, this deep subconscious understanding of the power of color. The mural on the side of a building that tells the story of a community, inspiring pride and unity, is a modern-day temple wall. The abstract painting you hang in your living room that makes you feel a sense of peace or wonder is a personal mandala. Art still functions as a bridge. It connects us to our emotions, to each other, and to something larger than ourselves. The artist who pours their soul onto a canvas or a brick wall is a modern shaman. channeling their inner world into a physical form that can then be experienced by others. When we stand before a powerful piece of art, we are having a spiritual experience, whether we label it that way or not. The colors, the forms, the sheer energy of the piece can shift our perspective and connect us to a deeper part of ourselves. The painted wall, from the ancient cave to the modern gallery, has never lost its magic. It remains a testament to the human need to reach beyond the visible, to paint our prayers onto the world, and to build a bridge between the life we live and the great mystery that lies beyond. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through time and spirit. What we see on our walls is so much more than just paint. It's a legacy of human spirituality. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please give this video a like and subscribe to Paintiver for more explorations into the soul of art. Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt a powerful, almost spiritual connection to a piece of wall art. I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep looking deeper